The Boeing 737 MAX has completed its test flights under the supervision of the Federal Aviation Administration and Boeing. A 737 MAX 7 aircraft, the smaller brother of the MAX 8 involved in the accidents, was put through its paces for a total of 10 hours over the course of 3 days this week. The beleaguered 737 MAX aircraft has completed its recertification tests, edging the narrow-body jet closer to the end of its grounding, which has so far lasted for more than 15 months. The US Federal Aviation Administration and Boeing began the tests on Monday and announced the completion of the flights late yesterday. Although the flight tests took place over 3 days, the total flying time had just amounted to over 10 hours. The first day of tests saw 2 separate flights take off. The first departed from Boeing Field in Seattle at about 10 in the morning. The aircraft flew directly to Moses Lake, where it underwent some maneuvering exercises before landing at Boeing's Moses Lake facility. The same day, the plane took off again from Moses Lake, performing a number of relatively low altitude exercises before heading back to Seattle. Day 2, June 30th, saw the aircraft take off from Seattle's Boeing Field. This time, the aircraft passed over Moses Lake before heading southwest across Idaho, performing some high-altitude maneuvers. It flew for almost 4 hours before landing back at Moses Lake. The final day of flying, Wednesday, July 1st, saw the Boeing 737 MAX 7 take off from Seattle, this time heading south over Mount Rainier National Park. It completed some tight turns before undertaking a series of interesting low-level maneuvers in the skies. The flight landed back in Seattle. The tests of Boeing's proposed changes to the flight control systems on the MAX appear to have passed without incident. While this is a crucial moment for Boeing, it's just the start of a relatively long road to the recertification of the type. The FAA now needs to compile and review all the data from these test flights, as well as approving proposed procedures for training pilots on the type. And of course, certification by the FAA will only mean the aircraft type can operate in the United States. It will also require similar certification from other regulators before the aircraft can fly elsewhere. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, check out the other videos on the channel.